Say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody.
No doubt, no doubt. And you have had a busy couple of weeks, period. And part of that busyness was that you got the opportunity to work with I'm trying to be, is he a Hall of Fame? If not, he's going to be one day.
I
And
think so.
legend.
I think he is.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, Richard Mann. And Richard Mann don't shoot with a lot of ladies as it is. He's very particular. So how
Yeah.
did it feel him wanting to work with you and
So,
his stature? Go ahead.
so I actually didn't know. So I had a local friend who had kind of put out some feelers and said that they had an opening for a paid shoot and that the girl had to be like take a big dick. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And I didn't know it was Richard until like the day before the shoot. So I was like, oh my God, like they were not kidding. Like I am definitely gonna have to be prepared to take a big pic.
So
And then
was this for? Go ahead.
he told me he was very particular. Like when I met him, he was like, yeah, I'm pretty picky about who I work with. And when when they told me it was you, I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. Like I'm very okay with that. So I was like, oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I have to live up to his expectations.
Yeah, because I tell girls when you start working, guys are watching you. They just
Yeah.
watching to see how you move.
Yeah.
Period. And who you work with. Because that's why I tell females when you're in this business, it heeds you to work with established talent because established talent going to be watching you and they might want to work with you. And they
Mm-hmm.
don't realize working with the wrong talent can actually turn talent off from you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So shoot. So tell me about the shoot when you walked on set, how it was talking to him, paint the picture for us.
So walking on set, it was super, super awesome. So we had um Sean Dam was working the camera, and then we had Mr. Mysterious who was working as the production assistant, and they were super great. Like they had everything set up, paperwork ready, like everything was good to go. Like Richard was doing like his live stream things, and that was super cool, like getting everybody excited like for the shoot we were about to do.
Okay.
They had like an idea like of what the scene was gonna be. I was gonna be like a college girl that was doing like naughty maid services. So they had an outfit for me to wear and everything. I just kind of had to show up like with my hair and makeup done, just like ready to do the thing. And it was good.
Most definitely. So, which is interesting that Sean Don was working the camera. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure afterwards he probably talked to you about y'all working
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
together. And
That is gonna happen.
yeah, so was this for Richard Mann's company or this was for another company?
I think it was for him. It was like for World of Man and stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he puts out DVDs and everything, and,
Yeah.
and be it as a paid gig, not even content. Well, was it content trade or was it
So
paid?
it was both. So I was paid like half rate, and then I got to keep the content to like
Okay,
if
which
if
makes
I
sense.
want to, yeah, if I want to put it out, I can. Which like a scene like that, like I would charge a premium for like a longer, really professional scene like that. So it definitely isn't going to hurt his subscription sales for
Oh
me to
no.
have it. And so it worked out for both of
So,
us.
so how did it go from him paying you for the scene to where he was just gonna keep it to paying you a certain amount and
It was that's
basically giving you the content?
well, when I talked to I think I was talking to Sean Dom about it. I think because I was talking to my friend, and then she just got me in contact with them to do the rest of like the the conversations about it. And like, it was just kind of like, okay, well, we'll do like paid trade, which like, you know, typically paid trade is just like half of like normal rate. And, you know, I told them what that was, and it was like, okay, yeah, totally good.
Yeah, because normally in porn, you either do the content trade or you get paid for the scene, or it works out something to where you do a paid shoot, and then after the paid shoot, y'all do a content trade shoot.
Yeah.
You know, period. I know you felt stoked because you got paid and you walked away with the content.
So. Yeah. You know, if I have the option, because like a couple of the studios I have shot for, they've given me the option, and like I like having that option because, you know, I like to have like a backlog of content, or like I like to be able to put that on like one of my premium subscription sites or something like that. And really, unless I'm like really, if they give me the option, unless I really need the money, I usually will just like do the content, the paid trade, and like get the content too.
There's a lot of companies doing that now, because I remember at one time in the industry, they were just paying girls, and then they started doing what's called bulk rate, where they pay you a certain amount for a certain amount of scenes.
Yeah.
Is companies starting to do that now, where they just pay you a certain amount and give you the content versus just paying you a full rate?
Yeah. I feel like it's a win-win for everybody, because I feel like the studio or the company doesn't have to like make as much back to like pay for their scene. And then we also have the option to like put it on our subscription sites, which isn't ever going to hurt their money. So I feel like it's kind of a win-win. And I like being able to add that to my portfolio, and like people really seeing the different kind of content that I make, because I can't always produce some of this content that I'm in, but I still want people to see it.
Yeah, because it's interesting that the companies are starting to do that now. Do you think it's because of what happened with OnlyFans, and they seeing how much? Because let's just be real. Ladies can make money in this industry and gain attention without shooting with the major companies.
Yeah.
So do you think that the major companies are doing that to compensate for that fact?
Oh yeah.
Versus, go ahead.
I mean, I've worked for people before in the past as an assistant who were making way more money than any of these studios would have been paying them, and they never had to. They were their own boss. They literally could make whatever content they wanted and fuck whoever they wanted, and didn't have to deal with that. And I think with OnlyFans being so popular, and like some really, really top level like girls making a ton of money, they don't need the companies. So the companies had to kind of like adapt as well. Like, I don't know, I look at like Kazumi, and you look at her and how successful she is, and she's fucking a lot of dudes that are working with these companies anyway, and she doesn't have to deal with the company. And it's like, if a company wants her on the set, they're gonna have to kind of make it appealing to her as well. I think that's true for a lot of people now.
Yeah, because if part of shooting with the major companies is shooting with the top talent, and the top talent is already shooting with the girls, then it doesn't give any emphasis for the girls to even want to go shoot with the Brazers or any of them.
Exactly.
You know, period. Because part of what made Brazers money was that the top talent is shooting for them, not necessarily with each other.
Yeah, you could get a lot of popularity or get a lot of new people seeing you by like working with these companies. But like now it's like you can be your own business and make just as much money without all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's kind of like, to me, like I'm saying, looking at some of the pictures from the World of Man, that was a lot of dick you had to take, babe.
It definitely was.
And what's interesting with him, he's not curved, so he's a straight draw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different element that you had to deal with as well. So so how intense did y'all scene get? Because I know how nasty you get, so I can imagine.
It got pretty intense for sure. There was lots of rimming and hair pulling and spit and lots of stuff.
Yeah, did you rim the booty?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, he looks for that. It seems like he
Yeah.
makes sure to have that in every fucking scene.
Yeah.
Especially with the missionary with his